So, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It is Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Tazria. One of my favorite Parshas because my parents are Parsha. Conversely, the people in Shul not looking forward to this Parsha when I lane, but this year I am not laning. So this year there's Bar Mitzvah in our Shul, Moshe Solomon. So I'm not laning this week. Next week, someone else in the Shul is laning someone a lot better than me. So this year, I'm kind of off the hook, so anyone who's around Beit Shemesh and wants to stop by the shul, don't feel, oh my gosh, Yudi's going to lane. So no worries. A lot of people go away for Shabbos, Tazria Mitzorah, but this year, you don't have to go away. You could stay at home. You don't have to be too nervous. Although Thursday, the 9 o'clock meeting in our shul needed someone and got up there. So, Yaitz Gaven, learning the first Aliyah on Thursday. So, we're good to go. So Mitzorah. Tazria Mitzorah, Saras, we all talk about Saras and Lashon Hara, and everyone has their typical how bad Lashon Hara is. And the Gemara just goes bananas how bad it is. Gemara Erechen, it's as bad as Shvichas Dam, Avodah Zarah, Gila Rose. Boom. Avodah Zarah, Hashem says, I can't live in the world with this guy. Boom. Mitzorah, you bring a carbon because the birds, carbon of Mitzorah is birds because you're talking. Boom. You're put separate in a machane by yourself because you're causing people to hate each other, so you should be separate. Boom. And we know, top it all off, one of the things supposed to remember every day is what Hashem did to Miriam in Mitzrayim, leaving Mitzrayim in the Midbar. So, okay, every year, and there's Chofetz Chaim Heritage Organization, and people have their shiurim, people have their books. Lashon Hara, it's so bad, and it's terrible, and it's the worst thing in the world. But you think about it, is it so bad? Lashon Hara, is it like Gilead Rose? Is it like killing somebody? Not every time you say Lashon Hara, does someone die from it? Yes, there's stories where you said something bad, and the person didn't want to marry that family, and the person, something bad happens. Or you say something terrible, and the Capulets and the Montagues, they go to war, and there's a Machama. Okay, but most of the time, you say Lashon Hara, you meant it, you didn't mean it, the person hears it, is he going to really kill someone over it? Oh my gosh, this guy's an idiot. He's the worst. You know what? I'm going to kill that guy. How? It's not the end of the world. I mean, sometimes it can damage a business relationship, maybe it can cause families to fight for a little bit, but sometimes nothing. Most of the time, nothing happens. People kibitz each other. You know what, this guy did this, and I don't know, he ate in this restaurant, the hashgach's not so good. Okay, so you're not going to kill the guy over it. Maybe you won't go to his house for a meal on Shabbos, but how is it so bad? Hashem can't live in the world with a person that says Lashon Hara. The Gemara should be, Hashem can't live in the world with a killer. Hashem doesn't want to be in the world with someone who cheats on his wife. Lashon Hara is so bad. So each year each year comes around, it kind of strikes me. Oh, Miriam, so many things you should remember. Amalek, I get that. Chris Yamsuf, boom. Mitzrayim, boom. That Miriam had Saras. I got to remember that every day, Lashon Hara. So the Nesivos Shalom has a very interesting take, which is the big chiddush, I think. I've never heard before, so I don't know if people heard it, but it strikes me as something so wild, is that the reason why it's so bad, and the Gemara says you're kofar be'ikar, which kofar be'ikar, I don't believe in Hashem, if I say Lashon Hara, I hate that guy. What does that do with Hashem? All these things. He says, because Bana Matem, Hashem Akechem. Hashem says, you're children to Hashem. And if you don't believe that, if you're going to disparage somebody and insult them and cause hardships for that person, you're literally causing someone to hate a child of Hashem. Just think about it. If you're going to someone's house for Shabbos, you would never turn to the father and say, boy, your son, he's the worst. I saw him yesterday. He did these horrible things. He's terrible. Or you wouldn't go to your brother. while your father's sitting there. You know what, Dad, my brother, He's terrible. He hits his wife, and he does these terrible things. He's a jerk. Of course, you never do that. You wouldn't do that. And we're children to Hashem. And if you believe, we're supposed to believe, that everyone is Hashem's child, then by you disparaging somebody, you're insulting literally Hashem's child. And if you don't believe that, well, it's not really a child, he's chiloni, he's haredi, he's this, then you got a problem. Then you cover bigger. Because if you don't believe one thing in the Torah, you're cover bigger. The Rambam says you can't believe in 612 mitzvos, you can't believe in some things, you know what, Shabbos, I don't believe in that so much. Agarufa, No, you gotta believe in everything. And if you don't believe that we're all children of Hashem, then it's a big deal. It's literally a big deal. And that's why this is ratcheted up. And it goes even further, which again is really the line it's underlined, is that is the ikar problem of Lashon Hara. Not damaging somebody is that zechil Hashem to Hashem. It's causing kiviyachal, it's hard to imagine this, it's causing pain to Hashem. We're all children under Hashem. We're all children under Hashem. And to say, oh my gosh, this person cheated on his taxes, this person cheated on his wife, and this person doesn't eat this, or a person, he said this in shul, whatever it is, it may not even affect that guy. Because the person listening to it may not care. He may forget about it. He may not act on it. But that's not even the main pagam. The main point is it's hurting Hashem. It's hurting Hashem as you're putting somebody down who's a child of Hashem. And conversely, to cause an achas ruach is to be nice to somebody. Being ava. Again, what's the big deal? I gave the guy a chair at a shul. I gave the guy 2 shekel, a poor guy. What's the big deal? Well, it's a big deal. Being nice to your child. Just like when you go away and you feel and you hear that, a neighbor was nice to your son, he helped him in shul, or he gave your son a candy or something. I wasn't there. You did it for me. You helped him in shul. You helped him with a Gemara. Thank you. That's an achas ruach. And that's the same thing here. We're helping out another child of Hashem. And it doesn't matter if the person, Shabbos, doesn't keep Shabbos, he's haredi, he's throwing rocks, whatever it is, they're child of Hashem. And averos, it's not our cheshbon. And all Jews, we're all holy. We're all holy. We're all a part of Hashem. We have a holy neshama. And all averos are chitzonios. All averos are really superficial. The core of each Jew is kadosh. And by disparaging another Jew, a child of Hashem, you're really causing Hashem tsar. You're causing people to be apart. And our job is to bring Hashem close in this world. Just like we had in last week's parasha with the Mishkan. Everyone was part of it. Everyone built the Mishkan and caused Hashem to be part of the world. And when somebody who, not even for gain, just certain a person has is bad, a person has, that he's talking bad about somebody, he's causing people to hate each other and go separate. And that's why his punishment is, he has to be separate from the Machne, he has to be separate. What's the kesher? Because you're causing Hashem now to be distant from the world, as opposed to Hashem want to be part of the world. And that's one of the big lessons, I think, is part of Lashon Hara, is that sometimes, it's not going to do anything. He doesn't care. The person's not going to believe it. That's not really the point. The point is, even if no one ever acts on it, the very act of potentially causing tsar to the person causes tsar to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this is one of the lessons that we have in this month of Nisan. We know that the Midah of Nisan, the Zohar Kadosh talks about that Ahava. In Nisan, we have an Indian of Ahava. Just like Hashem chose us in Mitzrayim, when there was no mitzvos, no Torah, we had nothing, but certain Ahava, Hashem calls us Bechori, and this month is really the time of Ahava, and the way to be close to Hashem, the way to have love of Hashem, and Hashem to love us, is to love our people, love each other, and that's this achdus that we have, and that's kind of what wakes up on Shabbos. On Shabbos, the Nesivos says it's great that you learn Torah, people wake up early, people stay up late Friday night, learn by themselves. But the higher level of Shabbos is Beini Yisrael is a zivug. When we're all together, we're literally a zivug of Hashem. We're really partners of Hashem. And which is one of the reasons, Nesivos Shalom says, why the Kohen says to the Metzora, you know what, you may have Metzoras. Stay away for 7 days. Let's come back in 7 days a week. Why a week? Why not 4 days? Why not 2 days? You know, if it gets worse, call me, as the doctor says. If it's strep, I'll call you. No, 7 days. Now, Nesivos Shalom says because within the 7 days you have a Shabbos. And a person who may or may not have tzaras, he has something on their skin, something really deep, and the Kohen says, come back in 7 days. And hopefully the person, day 3, day 4, day 5, whatever it is, there's a Shabbos in there, and the person realizes, something, Shabbos is a time for Torah, Shabbos time to be with my friends, Shabbos time for shalom and ahava, and the person wakes up, the shalom and ahava, something, this Lashon Hara that I did, this hatred of people is really terrible, it's really horrible, I have to kind of change my life, change my relationships with people, and he has Shabbos in a mode of ahava. Then 7 days go by, the Kohen looks at him, oh, okay, Saras is gone, because he used the Shabbos appropriately, and hopefully we'll use that lesson, Shabbos. It's not just for learning Torah, which it is, it's not just for eating good food, which it is, it's not just for drinking. Some people drink, some people don't. No, let's not talk about that today. But Shabbos is time for shalom, especially with other people, which is why we have chaburas, we go to the Rab, we have a drasha, we're kind of with other people, big sudas, and hopefully we use this lesson, and hopefully we go into Pesach as a chag of emunah, based on the month being of a month of ahava. Shabbat shalom.